Hello Digidestins, this is Kyle D, better known as Ridemyavatar, and today we are bringing you the 5 amazing red decks. You know, you guys have been waiting long enough. I think we need to talk about BT-5 now, since pre-release weekend is officially next weekend, and everybody's going to be wanting to concoct their amazing deck profiles. So again, let's dive right into it, and let's start talking about the first deck on my list. So first off, we have pretty much Omimon Trubo. Again, it's an upgraded version to what we have been playing, but it's like GreyOmnimon Trubo. So let's talk about it real quick. First off, we have Digimon in here as one of the cards that is okay to play. Again, it's fine now, but now we have a draw engine. Omimon comes in from BT-5 out guns blazing. This card takes up anything. If you're going to be playing Agumon, it is good to play Agumon now. This is War Omimon, so again, Greymon Omnimon, so again, we have to play it, right? So when attacking once per turn, if this Digimon's name contains Greymon or Omimon, trigger draw +1. So again, being able to draw now in this deck, which basically probably was what held this deck back to being extremely nuts in the other formats, is because of that. We do play Agumon, that is, when played, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, add 1 tamer from among them to your hand, put the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. It's a really nice card, being able to filter, try to get us a tamer, which we do play 5 of, because again, it's semi-important to see it. We also play 1 Agumon Expert, because again, if he is to be on play, we can definitely take an Agumon from Recycling Bin and grab us to reset our rookies, just because sometimes we are going to lose our stacks eventually, and being able to get that rookie back sometimes does help out. And I think playing these as a 1-up, it's a really nice spice tech. It gets us our 14 number. Next, we do have Agumon, so reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon card with Greymon in its name, and 1 Digimon card with Omimon in its name from among them to your hand. Place the remaining at the bottom of the deck. So again, this Agumon's here to help us possibly get us any of our targets. Again, they're all viable targets to be able to help us evolve up, which we do need to do. Because again, sometimes this does help unbrick us, and that's why we play it at 4. It's just so good to unbrick. Just knowing that you can Digivolve up is just going to be really nice. Next, we do play the Agumon, so if this Digimon contains Greymon in its name, plus 2,000. There's a reason for that, because again, all the way up, they will have Greymon in its name. So being able to give an extra 2,000 because we are on Greymon is a really nice feature. Next, we do have Agumon that gives 1,000. It's just a great backup to this one. At least this one's not as conditional as the other one. Again, 1,000 DP is nothing to scoff at. Next, we have GreyOmnimon. So Digiburst 2, you may trash any 2 cards from this Digimon's evolution source. Delete one of your opponent's level 4,000 DP or less Digimon. So again, we're trying to kill off rookies with it. That's all it's in here, to just slow down Rookie Rush just a tad bit. Next, we do play the new Greymon. So when Digivolving, if this Digimon has Agumon in its name, Digi-Evolution card, gain 1 memory. Again, this effect does not work in the breeding area. Just a reminder, again, don't try to waste your time with the breeding area for that effect. While this Digimon has Greymon or Omimon in its name, Digimon gets plus 2,000. Kind of starting to see the trend, what we're doing here. Next, we have Monocoromamon. So again, it's our 1-cost evolution blocker. I really like that. Again, maybe one day I can say, I really hope they make blockers that have like kind of a resist effect, that just make it so that you can have a blocker on board and it can only die by battle. I don't like that they can pop your blockers and stuff like that. Maybe eventually we'll talk about blockers upgrades. Next, we have Greymon with security +1. Again, being able to lower its cost to being a 1-cost with our Nakomi. So we'll talk about her in a minute. But again, another great card. Being able to add security stacks is really nice. We play Meta Greymon because again, we want 3,000 DP. Again, when attacking, lose 5 memory. Again, you're only going to swing if it is a rookie rush board, because again, he takes out 3 securities with his 1 swing. Just again, not terrible. Very good card. Next, we have AcientGreymon Alteros mode. So again, this card introduced itself to help unbrick our bad hand sometimes. Let's be honest. How many times has your hand just opened up and you have like 4 ultimates in hand and you're like, well, I can't do anything with this. Or you only got 1 champion, no rookies, but you need to draw. So at least now we have a way of digivolving on top of everything just to have a way of draw advantage. Because again, it literally digivolves on top of itself on a level 5 for 1 cost. So when digivolving, if this Digimon has a Digimon card with AcientGreymon in its name, delete one of your opponent's 4,000 or less DP. So again, being able to kill off rookies is getting really neat because again, that's like our biggest worry, right? So while this Digimon has Greymon or Omnimon in its name, plus 2,000 DP, you kind of start seeing where we're going with it. We're going to make them massive. Next, we do play our Blitzgreymon. When digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets Digivolution 2. So again, really nice to have Digivolution 2. It is a 4 cost Digievolution, 12 cost play. It's okay. It really is nice to be able to bring your opponent's mons down. Just really good. Next, we have Digiburst 2. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 8,000 or less DP. Again, Victory Greymon's really solid. It is a 4,000, but again, we're going to mitigate with some of these effects. Next, we have War Greymon. When digivolving, if this Digimon has a Digievolution card with Greymon in its name, besides Doru, Burning, Dexu, Dora, Greymon, delete one of your opponent's blockers. Again, we play him because, again, we are in this kind of weird format where people are playing almost 6 to 8 blockers. Again, being able to remove one to almost guarantee attacks is just really nice. When attacking, also has a really nice inheritable. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3,000 or less DP. Again, getting up that big stack is going to help. We have Omimon in here for choose one of your opponent's Digimon. Delete all your opponent's Digimon with the shared name with it. And then when attacking, you can unsuspend this Digimon by returning one of your level 6s to hand. Really nice. We do play Alteros for the Rookie Rush. When all your opponents digivolve all your opponent's mons, delete all your opponent's Digimon with 5,000 or less DP, clears out Rookie Rush boards, just really nice. When attacking, this Digimon cannot be blocked this turn, return to level 6. Next, here's another amazing card from this set. So your Digimon with Omimon in its name can digivolve into this card from your hand for a memory cost 3, ignoring its evolution requirements. When attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with DP less than or equal to this Digimon's DP. You kind of see why we kind of built this high up ceiling of attack power, because again, everything now pretty much dies when attacking. So it doesn't matter, Omnimon antibody will destroy it. And opponent's turn, when your opponent's Digimon attacks, you may trash 2 of this card's Digievolution cards to end the attack. Again, really nice. Whoopsies. Oops. That was my bad. So then we have Marcus Damon. If you have two memory or less, set your memory to 3. When one of your opponent's Digimon with Greymon in its name attacks other than Dexudora, Burning Greymon, Dexudora Greymon, you may suspend this tamer, gain 1 memory. That's all we want. Then we have Nakuya Shirimi. So I probably butchered her name, but again, I never spoke it in English, so I don't know how to pronounce it. You may play 1 Agumon or Gomamon from your hand without paying its memory cost. So again, this is where it comes really nice. You play Nakomi, and then all of a sudden you play an Agumon down for free. When digivolving one of your Digimon into a Digimon in your hand with Greymon, Garurumon, or Omnimon its name, you may spend this tamer to reduce the memory cost by 1. Again, you kind of see what's happening here. So again, we're trying to make it so everything's cheaper, because our now Greymon lines can be played for free. Our Metal Greymons can pretty much almost be played for free if we get the right setup. Our Blitz Greymons can be played for its 3 cost. Again, really nice setup. It's a really solid deck. I wouldn't be surprised if this deck starts seeing play. It's a little slower to Lord Nightmon, but again, it is a deck nonetheless. So next we have Omni Shoutmon. So let's talk about Shoutmon deck. So first off, we play 1 Gigimon. It's really in there just to be a backup. Next, we play the Trial Deck Koromon. You might be wondering why. If this Digimon has 4 or more Digievolution cards in its it gets plus 1000 DP. So again, major importance is because of how Shoutmon works, you're going to be digivolving on top of itself constantly. So Omimon just gains ability to literally say, here's 1000, you're just going to have it because you're going to get 4 more no matter what. So then we have Mondramon in here for the cheap 2 costs, just to go into a Rookie Rush style if we have to. And same with Biomon, same thing, 6 of them is just fine. Next we have Shoutmon, revealing 5 cards from the top of your deck. Add 1 Digimon with Shoutmon in its name and 1 card with Blitz among them. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. So again, what are we trying to do? We can try to grab Shoutmon DXD. We can grab Ziga Gray because it has Blitz, and then we can grab Omni Shout. So again, we'll talk about them shortly, but again, those are your targets, and then we have regular Omimon for your other target, and then Shoutmon himself. So really good to be able to whack a few off the top 5 and hopefully grab what you need. So again, we talked about BO. Agumon's in here because again, 1000 DP is really nice, and we don't have the luxury of WarGreymon in it. So I mean, like the Greymon line, so playing the other promo Agumon just won't help out. We have Dark Tyrannomon for the 1-cost evolution. We also have Fulgumon because of 1-cost evolution, or just a 3-cost play and just getting us up there. Next, we do play Monochromon because again, 5000 DP blocker is a 5000 DP, and then we play 2 Greymons for the reason of if we just don't want to give our opponent all the memory in the world, but we want to just choke them for a turn, we can just easily do that with just 1 evolution of Greymon. And then they kind of go from 1 to 3. I mean, 1 to 1 on their side, so it's not bad. It's a good combo card. Volcandramon is in here for the security plus. Again, we will combo it off with Greymon and Volcandramon, and now that's guaranteed at least 3 security checks every time it swings. But also there is the option of having Omni Shoutmon. Again, your Shoutmon can digivolve into this card from your hand for a memory cost of 4, ignoring this card's Digi-Evolution requirements. If this Digimon has Blitz, gain security plus 1. Again, another option for you to go into it. It's really nice to having the extra security checks. That's why our ultimate, and then we have 2 champions that can do it, so we can take out 3 to maybe 4 security attacks in 1 Blitz turn. So really nice to be able to do that. We also play Doraemon because it's really nice to have Pierce. Pierce lets us be able to get through mons that we can swing into that might just be annoying later. Next, we have AcientGreymon. So when digivolving Blitz, so Blitz is a new keyword. I forgot to mention this earlier. I feel like an idiot for doing this, but this Digimon can attack when your opponent has 1 or more memory. So when digivolving and it moves over to your opponent's side, instantly you swing in, which makes it so now you're not losing attacks for the memory chokes. So it's really nice. So your turn, when this Digimon attacks with Blitz, it can also attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon as it's inheritable. So again, you can either choose Pierce or have AcientGreymon, but what's really nice is Omni Shoutmon lets you be able to do a pseudo Ragnalordmon. So when digivolving Blitz, of course, but when digivolving, you may place 1 red Digimon from your hand at the top of this Digimon's card's evolution stack. Then, for each Omni Shoutmon AcientGreymon in your opponent's in this Digimon's Digi-Evolution cards, delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with 5000 or less DP. Omni Shoutmon gets ridiculously pretty quickly because again, we can then put in a lot of this. Like we can put in Volcandramon, we can put in Omni Shoutmon again. Or better yet, we can throw in Doraemon for the fact to gain Pierce just to swing into your mons because we use AcientGreymon, or we just digivolved into this just to do this, and it only costs 2 to digivolve on top of level 6, but 4 to digivolve on top of a level 5. So again, it's not bad. And then we have Omimon. Sorry about that. I'm saying Shoutmon this whole video. So when digivolving Blitz, unsuspend this Digimon. Really nice because you can unsuspend him if you do still have the memory after attacking. Omimon restands itself when this Digimon would be deleted or returned to hand or deck by your opponent's card effects. You may trash 1 level 6 card from this Digimon to prevent this Digimon from being deleted or returned from hand or deck. being able to prevent something for one turn is just really nice and resets you up pretty nicely to start building up your next stack. A dedicated plan is in here for when you have to push hard with Omni Shoutmon into Blitz so that you can go into security control without having to worry about anything. Because that is what's going to slow you down. You're just going to build up your security stacks by digivolving onto this, and then boom, you're going to use dedicated plan, make it so that you will have to pass turn, and then woof, you're going to take out 4 to 5 security in a swing, and then your opponent's just going to look at you and go like, I got cheated. Transcended Sword is in here to delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 11,000 DP or less. If you have a Digimon with Omimon, which we do, we will only be able to activate that, or with Greymon in its name, which we do. We have Greymon here just to be able to use Transcended Sword from our hand, delete their big guy. Next, we do play 2 Gaia Forces for that beautiful flip on security. Here's a Gaia Force, deal with it. And then we have Tai Kamiya. So if you have 2 or less memory, set your memory to 3, and all red Digimon with 4 or more Digievolution cards getting security +1. So again, we could have Omni Shoutmon, Shoutmon DXD just clear out everything our opponent is trying to do. So again, this is this deck. If you guys have suggestions on improvements, leave it down in the comments down below so other people can just go like, hey, this deck could improve by doing this. Next, we do have a AcientGreymon deck. So again, we are going to go into this format very weirdly. It's sad that AcientGreymon still doesn't have the support that set 6 and 7 is going to give it. But set 6 at least gives it a level 3 that it can have Pierce with. Again, most people will block this deck to Kingdom Come. So let's talk about it real quick. So first off, we have Shoutmon. So if this Digimon is level 7, gain 1 memory. We're just doing that just so if we go in, we're going to be cheating in Omnimons, we're going to just do it that way. So when attacking once per turn, if the Digimon name contains Greymon, Omnimon, trigger, draw 1. So again, if our stack is really nice, we're going to use it. Next, we have Agumon Expert to recycle our Agumons that we're going to be losing out on. So again, I think this is a really good tech because again, you'll at least be able to Digivolve every single turn, just because if you lose one Agumon, you gain another. Next, we do have Flamemon. So reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with hybrid in its name and or red tamer from among them. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. Then we have Agumon. So reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add a card with Greymon in its name and 1 card with Omnimon in its name from among them, add it to your hand, place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck. Really nice because we're going to hit either Burning Greymon, AcientGreymon, or Omnimon from this stack. That's our goal there. That is our game plan. Next, we do have Agumon in here for 1000 DP, just to boost ourselves up a little bit. Agunimon's in here to Digivolve on top of our Red Tamer, which is our Marcus, just to be able to get that final turn swing. Greymon's in here, if we've been talking a little bit about it, but if you're new trying just to look at this video, when Digivolving, this Digimon has Agumon in its name. Digivolve this card and gain 1 memory. So again, 1 cost evolution if you're playing it from field. While this card has Greymon or Omnimon in its name, it gets plus 2000 DP. We're just gaining boosters. Ancient Agumon here is the warp one, so when attacking, this Digimon can Digivolve into AcientGreymon from your hand for memory cost 2, ignoring its Digievolution requirements. If it does, delete this Digimon at the end of turn. When Digivolving one of your Digimon into AcientGreymon in your hand, reduce the Digievolution cost by 2. Really nice, really powerful. Then we have Metal Greymon for the security plus 2 swing and then the -5. We're not really caring about that, let's be honest. We're going to lose the 5 memory if we do that, but it's fine. Marcus will mitigate some of that. Next, we have Alderomon. So security plus 1, and while this Digimon has hybrid or a red tamer evolution card, this Digimon becomes 11k beater. We're using that just to take advantage of a few things. Then we have Metal Greymon Ultras mode. So again, when Digivolving, if this Digimon has a Digivolution card that with Metal Greymon in its name, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4000 or less DP, while this Digimon has Greymon or Omnimon in its name plus 2000 DP. Really nice. Then we have AcientGreymon. Your turn. For each Digimon card in this Digimon with Greymon in its name or hybrid in its form, Digimon gains plus security +1. You may play one level 4 or below card with hybrid in its form from your hand without paying its memory cost. You can see where we're coming with this, right? Next, we have Omimon in here, the restanding one, for a good reason. So what we can do with this is Agunimon will swing in. Then AcientGreymon will Digivolve on top of it. If it survives, we can Digivolve into Omimon, or we can use Mega Digievolution Fusion just to get us an extra little bit of oomph. You know what I mean? So again, sad that Agunimon is required to be the swinger, but that's fine. We're just going to do our shenanigans anyway. So again, you could always just climb up for AcientGreymon and then swing in. It's just really nice. Atomic Inferno's in here for one of your Digimon with hybrid in its forms gets plus 3000 DP and plus security +1. And when this Digimon is blocked, gain 3 memory. Really nice because again, what we're trying to do is make them bait it. So if they block it, plus 3000 3 memory, all your Digimon gain security +1 until the end of your next turn. Atomic Inferno is just so good. And next, we do have Mega Digimon Fusion. The next time one of your Digimon digivolves from a level 6 to a level 7 this turn, reduce the Digievolution cost by 6. At the end of the turn, return that Digimon with this card effect to the bottom of the deck. So again, what we're trying to do is just get an AcientGreymon into an Omimon just to clear out and just really make our opponent sad. You could definitely play the Blitz Omimon. For this case, I think Blitz might work just a little bit better. Let's go Blitz. Let's go Omimon. We'll just add the Blitz. I think Blitz might be better in this situation. Sorry about that. I thought, yeah, Blitz is a little bit better because when digivolving, it unsuspends itself. So then you can swing in with AcientGreymon, restand it with Blitz. That's how you want to do it. You want to use this one, to be honest with you. You can restand it, then swinging in. When this Digimon would be returned to your hand or deck, if for some reason they hit their security, you can just bounce it. Again, that's just really nice. Oh wait, that's your opponent's turn. Sorry, opponent's turn. All turns. Nope. All turns. Sorry about that. Mega Digimon Fusion, we just talked about it. Marcus is in here for if you have 2 or less memory, set your memory to 3. When your Digimon with Greymon in its name attacks, you may suspend this to gain 1 memory. And then Nikoya, I'm going to keep butchering this, is for play an Agumon for free, basically. When digivolving one of your Digimon with a Digimon card from your hand with Greymon, Garurumon, or Omimon in its name, you may suspend this tamer and reduce the memory cost by 1. Just a nice little tidbit. Next, this is called the Security Breaker. This has Yokomon in it. Really nice. Yokomon is if you attack one of your opponent's Digimon, it gets plus 1000 DP for the turn. Next, we have Gigimon in here for if your opponent has 5 or more cards in their trash, this Digimon gets 1000 DP. Next, we play Mondramon. We play Shoutmon to reveal the top cards. Add a Shoutmon and 1 Digimon card with Blitz to your hand. Then place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck. 5-card search is really nice. Agumon's in here for the same reason as before, just for the evolutionary line, just gaining up a little extra power just to swing in. Biomon's in here to be Biomon. Agumon's in here for 1000 DP. Next, we have Greymon in here to when he digivolves, you gain a memory on top of it. It can't be in your breeding area, but while this Digimon has Greymon or Omnimon's name, it gets plus 2000 DP. Then we have Monochromon just to be Monochromon. Next, we have Greymon to be Greymon with the security plus attacks. Metal Greymon's in here to be the security plus attacks guru. It's just got 3. It's good for Rookie Rush and gaining and being a powerhouse. Then we play 2 Volcandramon for the extra security attacks. We do play Omni Shoutmon, so Shoutmon can digivolve from your hand for 4. And then if this has Blitz, it gains security attack. And then we do have War Greymon. When digivolving, this card gains security plus 1 until the end of turn. While this Digimon has security check, reveal options, security options do not activate. Really nice. Then we have War Greymon. When digivolving, if this Digimon has Digimon cards with Greymon in its name, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with blocker. Really nice being able to clear out a blocker. Destroy one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP. So again, really nice being able to kill off rookies when it is its mega form. AcientGreymon is here for the blitz, and when this Digimon attacks blitz, it can attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. Nice. And then Omni Shout is just there to gain extra security attacks and other things we need it to do, because you may place one red Digimon from the top of your Digimon's cards, then each Shoutmon and GreyOmnimon in its evolutions, delete one of your opponent's 5,000 or less Digimon. Again, clearing out Rookie Rush is what it's good for. Choosing one of your opponent's Digimon, delete all your opponent's Digimon, you know the drill on Omimon, and then it can bring back to level 6 and pretty much swing again. Really nice. And again, because we are playing this version of the deck, hint, that Omimon can swing multiple times, boys and girls. Again, so what you're trying to do with this deck is get Shoutmon DXD or all these megas, once it digivolves on top of this, to swing like 5 times in a turn, boys and girls. That's what you're trying to do with security attack plus. Every time you do so, bounce it, restand, swing, restand, swing. Again, Omimon security breaker is just what you're trying to do here. When digivolving blitz, again, this is also to do a protective stance if they're going to try to delete this one. Again, it restands itself on Digievolution. We kind of know what it does. It's not too scary. Next, we do have Transcendent Sword. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 11,000 DP or less. If you have a Digimon with Omimon, Greymon, or Dexudora, Burning Greymon, or Dexu, its name, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 5,000 or less DP. Next, we do have Transcendent Sword. Transcendent Sword is delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 11,000 DP and its name with Omimon, Greymon, Dexudora, Burning Greymon, Dexudora, and its name. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 5,000 or less DP. So, again, really nice to be able to delete our opponent's Digimon is what we're trying to do. Ibaba is in here to make our opponents lose memory every time they swing with their rookies. When you digivolve, you may suspend this Digimon Tamer to draw 1 card. So really nice to be able to draw us a card for card advantage and try to get us for our Omni Shouts. Next, we do have Tai Kamiya Mat Ishida. So if your opponent has a level 6 or higher Digimon in play, gain 2 memory. We're going to try to lower our memory cost. Your Digimon with Omimon in its name gains security +1. Again, blitz. We're just trying to make our opponent lose so much memory, it's not even funny. Again, this is probably to counteract security control. Again, clearing the way, making your opponent sad. That's all our goal is. Next is our final deck. This is called Agumon Rush. Again, it's got a massive improvement in the set because of the fact of the matter is we have Koromon in it. So if you have a Omimon, Greymon, Dexudora, it triggers draw +1. Besides them, it's just the Greymons. If it's a natural Greymon, you do so. Agumon Expert is to help us keep Agumons for coming back. Again, that's our goal, is to keep the Agumons coming back, just to keep rushing. Agumon with 2,000 DP can just do nuts things. Agumon with reveal 3 cards, add 1 Greymon. So again, we're trying to target either this Greymon or this Greymon or this Greymon, and then one of your Digimon with Omimon in its name from among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards to the bottom of the deck. We don't have Omimon, so we're hoping to hit the Greymons. Again, even still, it's filtering. Agumon is, if your Greymon, again, comboing off with this Greymon here, is there. 1,000 DP is what we're trying to do here. Greymon from security, if he's in security, he'll flip out, and then he'll come in, and then swing in for your opponent's game that he wasn't expecting. Next, we do have Agumon in here for that surprise win game. Next, we do have Greymon. Again, it's inheritable, doesn't matter, but again, reducing the memory cost to digivolve on top of our Agumons is just really nice. Greymon, if this Digimon Digievolution contains Agumon, security +1. Again, really nice. Then we have Magnadramon. If you have 3 or fewer security, triggered recovery +2. Place the top cards on the top of your deck, which we're hoping to hit the Greymons or our Gaia Forces or Transcendent Swords, or our Trident Revolver. So when attacking, you may play 1 level 3. We don't have any level 3 yellow Digimon, but Magnadramon just to help us get our security back. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 or less DP. They may play one tamer. You may play one tamer from with the play cost 4 or less from your hand. So you may play one tamer with a play cost 4 or less from your hand without paying its memory costs. Nice. Then we have Trendsetted Sword. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 11,000 DP. If you have a Digimon with Omimon or Greymon in its name, again, non-Doro, Burning Gray, blah, 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 blah. 5,000 or less is its target. You get to hit the Megas. Gaia Force is in here to hit that for that security. Then Marcus is in here to be Marcus, gaining us 3 memory. And then when we're swinging with our Greymons, we're doing nice things to our opponent. Again, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video and you found this resource. Let me know down in the comments what decks you might want to see. I also will be posting polls that say like, hey, what next deck do you want to see? Maybe this deck, maybe that. So guys, definitely follow, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!